Hello, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here. Share your screen now. I've enabled.
So I've corrected that.
Okay. So we're good,
Like
right?
others have not,
Sorry?
it's like others have not joined.
Oh, really? We have 4 people. Yeah, that's true. It's only Pascal, Daniel, and Anne that are not in. Okay, so what we're just going to do here, let me send you the snippet we will use just before then, and you can plug it in as well. The card stuff that I did the other time. Okay, today is just about joining. Once we have Tunde and or Daniel.
I've not seen the snippets.
Yeah, I'm sending it to you now. I'm dropping it in the chat so everybody can see it. So it's just a card. It's just the bootstrap card.
Okay.
So you're putting that in our view, and then we're just going to run like a for each on top of it. Holding nothing. Holding nothing. Were you able to copy it? Or did you rename
Where did you send it to?
to the chat?
Okay, chat. Okay.
Let me drop it on the Slack
Okay,
channel.
I've seen it.
It's just a card. Okay. So right on top of it, after the H1, just press enter. Do at for each. At for each. Right? You know the way we do for each in C#. No, you need to put variable. You need to define var m in models. Now use anything you like, yeah. So model. Not model, not this capital one, the small one that you defined up there. Yeah, that's the one we're iterating over. So what we're just saying is this thing will contain a set of to do, right? So if it contains a set of to do, we want to be able to like run. Okay. Use the capital one. You can put an heart in front if IntelliSense is complaining. Okay. So I need your for each to cover the entire div. So you cut everything and put it inside the for each. Okay. So is there any reason why it's complaining of? Okay, so it's going to be, you used, yeah, so just, you can use title for the name, right? Good. and then you can change that text to anything that makes sense. And you can then make use of the other properties as well. Just come up with anything in your to-do. So this would be like a to-do card. You can even do another inside they do another paragraph or for the date, or like a span text for the date. Right on. Okay. Is it making sense? So you can do a span for the date or anything or the ID or something. So when you see it, you see whatever you need to correct, and you can always adjust that.
Why is it giving us this full stop at the back?
Hello, Ben. What did you say? Hello.
Yeah, I'm with you. That's why I've corrected it.
Okay. So can you run this now? Let's see what we've got. If your connection, you need to remove, you have build errors. You need to remove all those build errors. So where is that build error coming from? Can you remove that line? Remove it, don't worry. Or think. So what's the issue here? Yeah, we need to reference it again. Okay, no issues. So can you run it now? I don't know if everybody is following what we're doing. Awesome. So this actually came from your database, right? But why is everything is movies?
And we have dancing.
Oh, okay. So you've seen cooking. Oh, okay.
Coding.
Okay. So you've seen a way by which, so what we can do right now, I mean, there is a very first improvement we need to do right away. Someone should be able to tell me what we should do right now for this thing to look.
How can we change the pictures?
Yeah, we can change the pictures, because go back to the code, Ben. So we're using a static picture. So the picture can actually also come from the database.
Oh, okay.
Like a picture URL.
Oh, okay.
Right. You see that we're using one single picture for everything. So if you have a picture URL or a link to that picture or the name of that picture, you can use that to reference each of the picture. So if you just do something like, let's say when you were creating the to-do, you added a picture to associate with it. So we just reference it.
And it can be a link.
Yeah, it can be a link. It could just be like m.image or m.url or something.
So what variable type would that have been?
That could be a string.
The link could be a string.
Yeah, it could be a string, because if you look at my source is actually a string.
Okay.
So it could be a string. You could just store it in the database, or it could be the name of the image. For instance, now, because this is coming from an external URL. If this were coming from your own database, it would just be coding for kids.jpg. Do you get what I mean?
No.
You won't have this asset.flintgrace. Whatever. It will just be the name of the image that you'll be referencing, and the name of that image will be stored against the image in your database.
So like a hyperlink?
No, I'm saying that you can store the image in, let's assume that the image is stored in your database, okay?
Yeah.
you will
Yes.
store it with a name.
Yes.
So is that name that you will just reference. So instead of having HTTPS assets dot, you just have only that last name, coding
Okay.
for kids 2.jpg. So when you have
Okay.
that last name, every name will be associated with a to-do. Every image will be
Yeah.
associated with a to-do. So the way you just say m.title.
Okay, it should just be m plus m dot
Exactly,
image.
m.image, yeah, or m.image name, or whatever you,
Yeah.
or m.url, whatever you choose
Okay.
to call it. Yeah.
Okay.
So Ben, there's something we need to do in terms of alignment.
This using bootstrap grid.
Sorry, I didn't get.
Bootstrap's grid system.
That's exactly
to
what.
align everything on the same
That's
grid.
exactly what I wanted somebody to. There's a TV making noise. Okay, so that's exactly what I wanted everybody to do. Well, that's what I wanted somebody to suggest. You know, once you see it, you know that this needs to be aligned. The way everything just come from up to down, so we need to align it and put it in a grid system. Can you go back to the page? Can you run it again? Ben, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, we need to add
We need to put everything in a column.
like a grid system, all those column.
Yeah, and
column
then let this thing
on the length.
let this thing be in a row so that it can be properly aligned. Okay. So what I'm saying is, instead of having one, so we should have one and then another one beside it, another one beside it. So it should be like 4 in a row, and then maybe if everything is 8, it should just be 2 rows, right? Does everybody get what I'm trying to describe that we want to do? Before we do it, I need you to understand what we want to do. What we want to do is that we want each of these to display in. So we want to have 4 in a row. So if we're going to have 4 in a row, then we have to use that bootstrap. So the good thing is this guy has already added bootstrap for you when it's doing the wiring. So you just need to know the right classes you need to use.
Yeah, let's wrap everything in a row.
You have so the best thing to do, Ben. So first of all, you have to create a column, right? An outer column. Then inside that column is what we carry everything. You know, you can even use a container and then put your row inside it before you now start doing this alignment that you want to do. So wrap everything first of all inside a container. In fact, I think there's even a container there already from your index page. Can you wait before you do anything? Can you go to that layout? Can you go to that layout under the shared? Okay, let's see what we've got in the body. Aha, so there is a container already, right? And then inside that container is where we are rendering the body. You can see at render body. At render body, oh, I haven't even explained this page. At render body is what we show what you remember we have the header and the footer. So footer starts from line 41 downwards. Header starts from line 1 to 34. Can you collapse them? Collapse 41. Collapse 41. Collapse 1 to 34 as well. No, it will be like 11 to 34. You have to collapse it at 11. 11. Okay, so you see the header, then you see the footer, and this is your body in the middle. You guys, I believe you've done your what's it called? You've done your tribute project, so you know what header. You remember this sectioning. So at render body is a function inside a view that can help you to display the body section of what your application should look like. So MVC believes that every single page will be similar. There will be things that you will repeat across all the pages. So that's why you're doing this layout. And in this layout, you have like a render body, a render section, and you can use that to display items. So now in your render body, we already have a container. It's inside that container that we're rendering. So we don't need a new container again. So just go back and put everything inside a row first. If you put everything inside a div, which is a row, then we'll now apply the what's it called? The stuff that we want to apply. So you need to cut the, you need to cut this one. Either ways.
I think the row should be outside because of this for loop.
Which column is that one? You can remove any trailing column that we don't need. Hello, Ben. Are you still there? This network is seriously terrible. Hello.